royalty soaps. It is a beautiful day outside today and I am super excited because I have a review that I have been wanting to film forever, but I didn't want to film it when it was rainy and gross outside because I wanted the video quality to be super superb because this company deserves it. It is one of my favorite ones I have done all year. So the company is Chevre Doux, and this is how you spell it down here. And the first time I read that, I was like, Chevre Doux? Because French and I are best friends. But loosely translated, Chevre Doux means the sweet goat. Isn't that cute? Oh, I just love that name. And Jen, the owner of Chevre Doux, actually has a lot of sweet goats. In fact, she has a lot of animals. Let me read them off to you. She has 6 goats, 6 dogs, 5 barn cats, a couple dozen chickens, guinea hens, silkies, 11 ducks, and 2 uh-oh, here comes another pronunciation. Sebastopol geese. She says AKA jerk 1 and jerk 2, which is true, geese are mean. So that's a lot of animals, but luckily she has a 10-acre farm to put them all on. Jen started Chevre Doux in September of 2012, which is actually really cool because I started royalty soaps in like September of 2011, so our like soaping journey is really close to each other. And I found her whenever she sent me an entry for a 2015 royal review, and my mom and I looked at her stuff and we were just like, she uses so many cool ingredients and her packaging is superb and her products are beautiful. I absolutely have to do a review. So as always, I will start by showing you all of the products up close and personal and sort of describing what they look like and the packaging that they're in, and then I will talk about the fragrances and how they performed, and then of course I will have my final thoughts and conclusion. But before we get started, let me tell you guys, she has given me a coupon code for you and I will be sneaking it in somewhere in the video, so be paying attention. It will pop up from the bottom. I promise it's there. The coupon code is there. Just keep your eyes peeled, and then you can use that in her Etsy shop because believe me, you're gonna want to after you see how amazing her products are. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This first soap that I have here is called Release the Beast, and it is a sort of rectangular looking soap, and it has black and white swirls, and then this awesome fiery red drop swirl into the marbly looking swirl on the bottom with poppy seeds on top and this cool little cigar band all the way around it. Next we have the Purely Peppermint Goat Milk Soap, and this is so pretty. It is like this kind of diagonal split, and then it has some peppery looking stuff on the top. I'm assuming that is actual peppermint. And it also has a cigar band all the way around it. Then we have the Oatmeal Stout soap, and this one actually has beer in it, which is really cool, and I love beer soap. So it's sort of brown on the bottom and creamy on the top with a little lashing of brown on the top as well. Then we have Mediterranean Fig, which is this cool purpley blue with like a lighter purpley blue and green all swirled up in it. This is like one of my favorite swirls. It's so well done. Totally looks marbled. I love the appearance of this one. And last but certainly not least is Citrus Mint, and this has poppy seeds, salt water, and goat's milk soap. It comes in this little box with raffia on the inside, and it looks exactly like a flower. It is so lovely with this creamy white color and all the little poppy seeds kind of poking through. I absolutely love the appearance of that bar. Moving on from soaps, she has also sent me a Plumeria hand cream, which is really pretty. It's packaged in this little jar here with a little black lid, and it is so creamy and white. She also sent me a goat milk moisturizer. Then we have a goat milk body butter, which comes in this very large amber jar. It has all of the ingredients on the bottom, and then the inside is also very white and creamy. And she has also sent me a golden pumpkin bubble cake. Isn't this adorable? Oh my goodness, I just love this so much. The little sparkles on top and the way it actually looks like a real pumpkin. She also sent me a little goatee patch to put on my soap making suit. It is so cute. And she sent me 2 different types of handmade butters. One of them is Quince butter and one of them is Medlar butter. And she made both of these with the fruit in their orchard. How cool is that? Do you see what I mean when I say I was blown away by her packaging? So let's talk about the products, shall we? First of all, I have to tell you, just before we even get started with the soaps, that some of these soaps just came in a cigar band, which normally I don't advise people to do because in shipping and stuff that the soap can get on the other products and get smeary or maybe even get in the packaging, but she had wrapped them all up very nicely and they're all so hard that nothing was smeared, nothing was dented, nothing was broken, and all of the scents stayed separate. So honestly, for a cigar band, this is the best packaging I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of packaging, people. I've seen a lot of packaging. So Release the Beast smells a little masculine to me. I don't know what beast you want to release whenever you use this soap, but I have a feeling it'd be a very sexy one. And I love this soap. It is so hard and it's so creamy and beautiful. And again, the smell is just a little masculine. It almost smells a little bit daring and flirty. You can't really go wrong with that, now can ya? And the Purely Peppermint soap. Now this is very, as I always say, essential oily, which I really have got to stop saying, but it's a very essential oily. And it smells so nice and just crisp and clean. And honestly, sometimes it's really nice to just have a break from all of the like super intense fragrances where there's lots of different top notes and bottom notes, and just have just a plain fragrance that's just like, yes, that is relaxing. And of course it performed beautifully. This one had lots and lots and lots of bubbles. Really, really hard. Like I said, all of her soaps were really hard because none of them were dented in shipping and none of them smeared onto anything else in transit. And I love the packaging. I mean, I love it. I love it. Now I'm holding up an empty cigar band for Mediterranean Fig because my dear mother decided that she could not live without this bar, and it is currently in her house right now. But I did get to test it before she took it away from me, and it was lovely. Super, super clean, super, super bubbly, and the smell, oh my goodness. Mediterranean Fig is one of my absolute favorite smells. Oatmeal Stout soap, which I have to say was my favorite bar. Yes, I know it's among the plainer ones, but the smell, you guys, and beer soaps, I just love beer soaps because they're so bubbly. The bubbles in the lather are crazy, and then this one just smells so good. It sort of has a vanilla smell, which is, of course, exactly why I like it. And it's just really appealing. It's the perfect size for your hand. You see in my big man hands here? It's the perfect size for your hand, and I just loved it. So yes, if I had to just pick one soap to really recommend, it would be the Oatmeal Stout soap because it was my favorite. I say that, and then there's the Citrus Mint soap, which, isn't this cute? This little box that this comes in, and all of the ingredients are on the back here. I just love it. It's so inviting. It's like opening up tons of little presents in a big present. So I say Oatmeal Stout was my favorite, but I also really love this one because it smells so crisp. It totally reminds me of like tea with lemon, and I love tea. So I love the Citrus Mint smell. I think it's great. And then this soap is so creamy. It is indulgent to use it in the shower. It just makes you feel like $1,000,000. And of course the design is beautiful. I love this mold, that like really intricate flower mold. It is so, so pretty. So I again said that was like my favorite, but this is also like up there tied for first. Moving on from soaps, let's go to body things. So the Plumeria hand cream. Oh my goodness, the fragrance is so strong and I love that smell. So I was really happy about that. Plumeria is like a really beautiful flower smell, but it also has like this tiny hint of fruit in it, so it's really versatile actually. So people who like sort of that little bit of fruit smell and also that little bit of floral without it being too overpowering, this is a great scent for you. And again, I love the packaging. Everything is so professional and it works great. It absorbs really, really fast, which when you use a hand cream, that's pretty much essential because if you try to open a door, it's like, ha ha ha, you're not going anywhere. The Goat Milk Moisturizer is lovely, and I have very, very sensitive skin. This is abundantly obvious in all of my videos, so I have to be very careful with the products that I use on my face. So I just used it in a very, very small amount, kind of on my neck area and around my jawline here as a test, and then I used it on my whole face one night didn't have any breakouts. It didn't absorb super fast, but that's also because I have a really oily face. So if you have drier skin, I'm thinking that this would be like really perfect for you. Goat milk body butter. Now, Jen told me that this takes a little while to absorb into the skin. Like, it feels maybe a little greasy at first, but then once it does, it leaves you feeling really smooth, and she was right. So initially it does sort of have a greasy feeling, which you guys know I don't prefer, but if you're just sitting around and you're watching TV, which is what I was doing whenever I put this on, and you don't have anywhere to go or any doors to open, and it certainly absorbs fast enough for after you finished your show to getting in the bed that you're not going to be getting in and the sheets feel really sticky. So it's gonna absorb at least fast enough for that to not be a problem. Now, I've been saving this bubble bar for last because I literally cannot get over it. This is comparable to a Lush bubble bar. I'm just gonna go ahead and flat out say it. It is fabulous. So I'm gonna show you in my hand here. It is small. Like, this is a little teeny tiny bubble bar, and honestly I thought this is not going to be able to do that much because it's just too tiny. So I broke half of it. I will now show you a video because yes, I filmed a testing of this product. So here it is in my hand. I'm holding it out so you can see, look how tiny it is. So I broke off half of it and I started it under running water, and look at what the effect was. Look at those bubbles, and also it dyed the water this really pretty orange color, which was so much fun. I really love it when my bubble bars dye the water because that's just more fun. You know it's more fun. And those bubbles, I'm not kidding, because that's about when I stopped filming, when the water was still going, even without agitating the water with your hands. So, you know, sticking your hands in the water and moving it around really fast. Those bubbles were getting giant, but after I used my arms to move the water, the bubbles got a foot high. A foot high, and I don't have a jet tub. I stuck a ruler in. I totally should have filmed that, but I stuck a ruler in, and it was all the way up to the top of the ruler. So yes, a foot high, 12 inches of bubbles with half of this bubble bar. Blown away! I was blown away. If you like bubble bars, you better go get your hands on these fast, because I have a feeling once people realize how incredibly epic and awesome they are, she's gonna sell out really fast, and then you're gonna be sad because you didn't get one. And now we have the butters that she sent me, which are delicious. Now, I've never even heard of Medlar or a Quince. I don't know if it's pronounced Quince or Quince. So there we go with pronunciations again here, folks. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. But she has some really cool things to say about these. She says they are both handmade from the fruit from our orchards, which is just mind-blowing. That is so cool that you know how to do that. She says medlar is an ancient fruit that dates back to ancient Greek and Roman times. It needs a hard freeze to start the ripening process called bledding. The freeze makes the cells expand and burst and then releases the sugars, which in turn starts what is similar to a fermentation process. Is that not too cool or what? The fruit is small, like the size of a ping pong ball, and resembles a large brown rose hip, sorta. When ripe, you pull the end off and squeeze the fruit into your mouth. It's almost like an applesauce consistency. It's very rare in the US. We actually have the only commercial orchard that we know of in the United States, and our orchard was written up in the LA Times newspaper. Isn't that cool? She says the Quince, or the Quince, whatever, is also a rare unicorn these days. To me, Quince almost tastes like roses. You cannot eat the Quince fresh off the tree. It has to be cooked to be edible. And she says these treats are fabulous on toast or biscuits and amazing on vanilla ice cream, which I actually got the pleasure to try because Bluebell is back. For those of you who aren't from down south, you don't know about Bluebell, but you should, because Bluebell's the best ice cream there is on the planet. So Bluebell's homemade vanilla finally came to North Texas, and I had some, and I had it with the butters. I tried it with both of them actually. Holy smokes, that is like my new favorite treat. So talk about a rare and exotic gift you could get for somebody this holiday season, and what a brag. I mean, the only commercial orchard in the United States, I'm thinking you're gonna need yourself some of that. So my final thoughts and my conclusion. 100% fabulous, 10 out of 10. overjoyed and thrilled to have been able to do this review. Seriously, it just makes me happy talking about it. So yes, go try the soaps. Also, the bubble bar. Do not tarry. Make haste. Get a bubble bar. And thank you, Jen, for all of the sweet products. It really has been such a pleasure and an honor to do a review for you. I think you are absolutely fabulous. I think that all of your presentation for your products is superb. I'm overjoyed and I am just so in love with La Chevre Doux. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and maybe even leave me and Jen a comment below. I have left all of the links to her social media down below. If you go like her Facebook page and stuff, you have to tell her that the Duchess of Suds sent you. And I will see you all next time. So until then, bye for now.